So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's feature, what I have here is the 2022 Subaru WRX Wagon. So this is actually Levorg, but it's just been rebranded as a WRX. I mean, it looks great. I have to say, first impressions, first time as well seeing one in the flesh, and I saw the TS of this last night. We'll get to that, what the TS is later on in the video. So, first impressions on the looks, this looks really good. It kind of gives it like Euro vibes, especially at the rear quarter and the rear itself. And to be honest, if I wanted the WRX, the new WRX, I gotta go with this one. The sedan for me is not that good for it. I found out just now, there are little gaps here on top of the roof. That's actually a place for your roof rails. So, knowing you can do a lot of modifications with Subis, good thing that Subaru in advance ready put, so you won't have to put a hole in it anymore. So here at the front, it's exactly the same with the WRX sedan, albeit without the cladding here and there. Yeah, this one's fake, but at least this one houses for your LED fog lights. And then ground clearance itself, it's 140 millimeters, 5 millimeters more than the Subaru Levorg. Also, I have a review on the previous Levorg. I love that thing, and the one I drove is the official demo unit here in Subaru Pasig. It is as well for sale, and I'd like to thank Sir Albert Glenn Hadap and Subaru Pasig for making this review possible. So, back here with this WRX Wagon, comparing with this sedan, I understand with some people that the gap between this light and the grille is just too far. Yeah, it is exactly the same with the sedan as well, but it's alright for me. It's not too OA because I really don't like the cladding of the sedan variant. We have LED lights all around. They're all kind of like this C shape as well. Same applies for the rear. Unique too with this WRX wagon, you have 18-inch alloy wheels. Same with the WRX sedan, but this has skinnier tires at 225s compared to the 245s of the WRX sedan. And like every other sporty Subaru, there is a massive air vent here to cool the engine down. On the side profile, it is also a very clean look, and there's a lovely addition of side skirts. So the rear quarter panel and this rear of the Subaru WRX wagon has got to be my favorite, and for me personally, this is the best looking Subaru in the entire lineup at the moment. I mean, just compared to that, no offense, I really don't like the cladding of the WRX sedan, but will it drive really good? Disclaimer, this is only a walk around review, but I'm in talks already to drive this WRX sedan, so let's wait for that. I mean, this rear alone doesn't give it like Audi and Skoda vibes. It is a very Euro looking kind of wagon. And like as well in front, you have C-clamp style LED taillights here. And I found out the reverse light is right here, in between this gloss black around here. I don't mind the gloss black because it's on the outside anyways. And kind of looks good, I have to say. Also, you have nice WRX badging here and with the EyeSight badge as well. We'll get to that later on. Down here, they didn't try to put like a fake diffuser yet again, unlike that one. You have at least two real exhausts. So open this boot up. This is what's also unique with this WRX wagon. Not electronic tailgate, but the previous Levorg didn't have it anyways. So being a wagon, it is very practical. So with all of the seats up, you have a total of 492 liters, and look at that. There's no load lip as well, so getting stuff in and out will be very easy. I mean, it's really low. You can just sit down immediately here in the back if you want to. So as well, you have two cubby spaces on each side. It's a water jug, surprisingly, and 4 threading hooks on each corner. On the left side, you have 2 grocery hooks, a button for folding the seats down, and on the right side, same layout, but there is an additional LED light there. And like all Subarus, there's a nice tonneau cover here. You can store it underneath here. You have a space saver donut type tire. Folding the seats down, very easy. Pull these guys down, and you have a total now of 1,430 liters of space. So compared with the previous generation, aka the Levorg, this one's taller, longer, and wider, just a little bit. So that's about it here with the exterior and boot of the WRX wagon. I'll show you the interior. So this is the interior of the new WRX wagon. First impressions immediately, looks lovely. So shut the door. Among the best Subaru door tags I've ever experienced so far. So as well. Apologies for this. A pimple bursted like literally before my shoot. Anyways, here in the interior, looks pretty much similar like the Subaru Outback. I have a review of that as well. But few more key differences since this being the WRX Wagon, and looks way more sporty in here, and I prefer the interior of this. And probably the best interior of any Subaru so far. Just for me, because you know me, I'm a sporty driver as well. So start here in the door. A lot of soft materials here. A lot of leather with red stitching. I like that. And you have window switches here. They're angled, and a carbon fiber trim around your door handle and your memory seat functions. You have 2 cubby spaces and bottle holders on each side of the door. My water jug is also fits, but it doesn't go all the way in. And on the left side, you have a massive air conditioning vent, again with the red stitching. And then below here, you have blank buttons. Very weird that this WRX Wagon has a lot of blank buttons on the left side. So I assume the TS variant has functioning buttons. So hopefully you can get a walk around review on that as well soon. So back here with the normal WRX Wagon, I really dig this look of the interior of this WRX Wagon. The black with the red stitching. Same here with the seats. I love the seats as well. Very sporty, and as you can see, there's a lot of bolstering. You're gonna enjoy driving this car. So, same here applies in the steering wheel. It's hard, it's girthy, but at least the stitching is not very rough. My favorite ever feature, you have paddle shifters. So at least, even though this is the base WRX Wagon, you still have paddle shifters. So steering wheel as well, there is no gloss black whatsoever. And I like underneath the spoke, you have a carbon fiber WRX designation. So the left side controls for your phone connectivity, and then the one below controls the display there in the middle of the instrument cluster. And on the right side, you have your cruise control functions. And then in the instrument cluster, you have an analog speedometer, analog tachometer with an LCD display right in the middle with a lot of information. You have a new infotainment system here, similar with the Outback, and like that, there is no more additional center screen here on top of the dashboard. It's just all here in your infotainment system. And I just saw right now in the instrument cluster, it is scanning me because this is already equipped like the Outback, the EyeSight 4.0 system. So there's a lot of safety features. Please refer back to the spec sheet. So Subarus are known for their safety, and despite being this the base model, it still has all of them. So back here in the infotainment system, okay, before I go to that, I like when you turn it off. I just saw it now. It says "See you." Thank you. Stop tempting me. Stop tempting me, Subaru. Anyway, back to the infotainment system. Very similar to the Outback. It's very crisp, very responsive. So I assume the reverse camera will be the same as the Outback. As well, the controls here on each side is for your volume and then for your climate control functions. And there's also a tuning button here on the right side. And then further down below, you have 12-volt socket, an aux cord, and then 2 USB ports and a cubby space. But my phone fits but doesn't go all the way in. And around the gear lever, there is a lot of gloss black, but at least it's only there. Then here on the right side of the dashboard still continues the leather with the red stitching, and then glove box. Alright, still acceptable. And then going back here, you have 2 cup holders with a weird divider, but then again, my water jug fits in both of them. And then further back, there is a storage here, but sadly that doesn't fit my phone at all. Then center console box, it's still black with the red stitching. Open it up. Okay, pretty decent space as well. And then above here, as you can see, you have 2 LED lights and your plethora of safety reminders. And then visor, there's a ticket clip holder with a vanity mirror with light. Don't extend still, sadly, but nice quality at least. Oh, this one's plastic and the one at front is soft. So that's about it here in the front of the WRX Wagon. I'll show you the rear seats. So this is the rear of the Subaru WRX Wagon. The one in front sounds better, but same layout here with the door cards. There's that carbon fiber trim and your black and red stitching, and as well you have smaller cubby spaces now and cup holders on each side of the door. Yet again, my water jug doesn't go all the way in, but it holds it in place at least. And then surprisingly, there's space in the back here is really good. I can see that this has more space than the Levorg on which this replaced. And then knee room, feet room, and then headroom. I'm 5'4". Excellent headroom here. And I remembered, like in the Outback, you have your saucy LED light right here, but at least it's powerful. And I just noticed now how you recline your seats is right here on the side. Actually, it's very easy. I mean, at least it's not here on the side anywhere where you have to find it or make it kalkal pa. One annoying thing, let's get this out of the way. This has ISOFIX anchor points. Okay, good. But when you open them, you can literally see the foam of the seat. Not a big fan of that, just being honest. And as well, you have a central armrest here, and the cup holders itself is wrapped in gloss black. They have flimsy grips, but it fits my water jug at least. You have 2 map pockets on each side, and then in the center you have 2 air conditioning vents, yet again with the flimsy USB port covers. Just a funny toy to play here in the back. So if I sit here in the middle, okay, transmission tunnel is really tall, but it's kind of narrow. But putting your feet on top of the transmission tunnel, it's tolerable. But my headroom now, okay, not that eaten up, pretty much the same wherever you sit here in the WRX Wagon. And I forgot to mention, this WRX Wagon, despite being the base model, this is equipped with a 10-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. I already reviewed a car with a Harman Kardon sound system recently. It is very good. I know this will sound great as well. Before I went here, I had to fold the seats back up. I noticed the seat belts here are nicely placed, so it won't get eaten up when you put back up the seat. So that's about it here in the interior of the WRX Wagon. I'll show you its new party piece, the engine. So this is the engine of the new Subaru WRX Wagon. It's a 2.4 liter turbocharged boxer 4/flat 4 engine that produces 271 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. Same engine exactly like in the Subaru Altis/Ascent, but this has 3 more horsepower more than the previous 2 liter engine of the Levorg. So this as well is mated to a CVT transmission, dubbed the Subaru Performance CBT. Like all Subarus, this one, it comes all-wheel drive as standard. Performance figures 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in 6.1 seconds, 0.5 of a second faster than the Levorg itself, and top speed is done at 215 kilometers per hour. So the price of this new WRX Wagon costs 2,558,000 pesos, and for 1,000 pesos more you can get the TS variant. I have no idea what they tuned here, maybe a little bit more power and torque, I assume, but I seen it last night. There is a lot of done to it to the exterior, and you can get that blue color on the TS variant only, I assume. So that concludes my walk around review of this WRX Wagon. So I'd like to thank again Sir Albert Glenn Hadap, somewhere in there, and Subaru Pasig for making this walk around review possible. So stay tuned again for the WRX sedan. No idea what format still that will be. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews and more Subis as well. Bye bye.